I found that Polaroid tucked inside a book, the one from the summer that we almost undertook. Your hair was longer and your eyes were bright and wide. Before we let the heavy world settle deep inside, we were a wildfire, we were a hurricane. Before we learned to count the cost and calculate the pain, now we sit at dinner and we're careful with our speech, like two distant islands with a sea beyond our reach. I don't recognize these people in the hall, the ones who hide their feelings and the ones who built the wall. I'm looking for the magic, I'm looking for the heat, before our always turn into a slow and steady retreat. I miss the old us, the way we used to be, before the you was tired and the me was never free. I miss the reckless laughter and the staying up till dawn, the version of our story that has somehow gone and drawn a line across the center, a shadow in the dust. I'm grieving for the simple, honest, easy kind of trust. God, I miss the old us. We used to share a secret, used to have a private tongue, back when we were fearless and back when we were young. Now we talk about the schedule and we talk about the rent, wondering where the everything and everywhere went. I see you through the window and I wanna shout your name, but the person who would answer wouldn't be the silence sits at dinner in your usual empty chair. I'm breathing in the shadows of the ghost you left back there. We used to be a fire, now we're just a pile of gray. Two people in a photograph who look the other way. I'm tracing out the borders of the kingdom that we built, only to find the gardens drowned in layers of our guilt. It isn't loud like thunder, and it isn't sharp like glass. It's the slow and heavy rhythm of the seasons as they pass. It's the weight of every voice that we didn't get to keep. A long and lonely river running wide and running deep. It's the sadness of us, it's the end of the dream. It's the quietest part of a muffled out scream. It's the almost and some days that died in the dark. The cold lost space where there used to be a spark. We're just two separate stories that lost their common trust, left with nothing but the heavy, lonely sadness of us. I saw your favorite record sitting dusty on the shelf. I realized that I don't quite recognize my current self. Without the way you laughed at me, or the way you'd pull me near, the melody has faded into static and the fear that we were just a moment that was never meant to stay. Just a beautiful mistake that we eventually gave away. There's no one left to blame. There's no villain in the whole. Just the gravity of time that eventually breaks us all. I'm mourning for the magic that we traded in for fine. The way we let the hours become a yours and a mine. So turn out the light, let the memories turn to dust. I'm just sinking in the sadness of us, in the sadness of us. Slow piano fade out. I was scrolling through the camera roll late last night, back to a weather where the world wasn't right. I found that photo by the old harbor wall, just before began to fall. You weren't laughing and you weren't quite okay, but you looked at me in that beautiful way. A little bit of heavy, a little bit of blue, the most honest version I ever knew of you. Everyone wants the sunshine and the light, but I love the way you held on to the night. It was soft, it was fragile, it was real and it was deep, the kind of secret that a heart wants to keep. And I miss your sad smile, the one that only I could see, the one that whispered you were safe with me. It wasn't perfect and it wasn't always bright, but it was a candle in the middle of the night. Now the world is full of happy faces, cold and new, and I'm just searching for that lonely shade of you. I miss the truth in your eyes for a while. God, I miss your sad smile. There's a comfort in the way your lips would slightly curve, even when life was testing every single nerve. It told me that you didn't have to hide the pain, that we could stand together in the middle of the rain. Now I see you in the city, looking fine and looking well, but you're hiding in a bright and hollow shell. You're wearing a grin that doesn't reach your eyes, and it's the most heartbreaking kind of disguise. I'd trade all the laughter and the sunny days we had just to sit again with you and be a little bit of sad. Because when you were broken, you were open and you were true, and I never felt closer to the spirit of you. the truth in your eyes for a while. God, I miss your sad smile. day when you let me in for just a little while. I miss you, and I miss your sad smile. I used to find the stars inside your gaze, a map that led me through the darkest maze. But lately there's a fog that's rolled in deep, guarding all the secrets that you keep. I reach for you, but I'm reaching through a veil. Your light is flickering, turning cold and pale. I'm standing right in front of you, but I'm miles away, searching for the words you're too afraid to say. The warmth has left the iris, the green has turned to gray. I'm watching the person I love slowly slip away. It's a quiet desperation, a heavy kind of blue, and I'm drowning in the version of what's left of you. I'm lost in your sad eyes, wandering the dark, looking for the ghost of a long extinguished spark. There's a world of sorrow hidden in that stare, and I'm a lonely traveler with no more breath to spare. I try to pull you back, but I'm falling in too deep, into the silent promises you couldn't even keep. I'm losing my direction, I'm losing all my pride, just lost in your sad eyes, with nowhere left to hide. You look at me, but you're looking through my skin, to a place where the shadows and the ghosts begin. I see the reflection of a bridge that's burned to black, and I know there isn't any road that's leading back. I wanna be the sunlight, I wanna be the shore, but you don't even see the ocean anymore. Just a hollowed out horizon, a storm that's standing apartment is a shell, just an empty space without the light that lived inside your face. I check my pulse, but the rhythm is gone, like a melody that died before the dawn. I'm walking through the rooms, but I'm just a ghost, searching for the version of me I love the most. You took the warmth and you took the heat, leaving me a rhythm that can't find a beat. They say the body keeps on going, keeps on moving on, but I'm just a hollow frame since you've been gone. The engine is running, but the fuel is all dry. I'm living in a world under a dead gray sky. There's no heart without you, no blood in the vein, no fire in the winter, no relief in the rain. I'm a clock with no hands, I'm a bird with no wing, I'm a silent bell that has forgotten how to ring. You were the center, the start and the end. Now I'm just a shadow with no love to defend. I'm breathing, it's true, but I'm through. There's no heart without you. I see the things we bought, the books on the shelf, but I don't recognize the me left by myself. It's like you pack the passion in your heavy suitcase and left a cold vacuum in its original place. I try to feel angry, I try to feel mad, but I'm just missing the only heart I ever had. It didn't break, no, it followed you out the door, and I don't think it's coming back here anymore. Is it possible to leave as a hollowed out thing to face every morning and the silence it brings? I'm a map with no north, I'm a soul out of view, realizing that the part of me that felt was you. There's no heart without you, no blood in the vein, no fire in the winter, no relief in the rain. I'm a clock with no hands, I'm a bird with no wing, I'm a silent bell that has forgotten how to ring. kept the garden watered, even when the sky was gray. I searched for every reason just to make you wanna stay. I was the keeper of the pilot light, the one who held the flame. I spent a lifetime building up the honor of your name. I played the long game, honey, I was in it for the miles. I traded in my freedom just to see one of your smiles. But the grip I had was desperate, and the air began to thin. I didn't see the exit sign until the cold moved in. I thought if I was perfect, if I gave you every part, I could bridge the distance to the center of your heart. But you can't win a war when there's no one left to fight, and you can't hold the morning when you're leaning in tonight. I never wanted to lose, I never wanted to fail, I never wanted our forever to grow so thin and pale. I fought for every maybe, and I bled for every we, until there wasn't any left of the person I should be. I'm a gambler at an empty table, staring at the news that it's finally over, and I never wanted to lose. Now I'm looking at the damage in the middle of the room, at the quiet desperation and the gathering gloom. I didn't want to be the one who had to say we're through, or realize that the better half was never really you. I'm folding up the blueprints of the life we never led, replaying every promise that was better left unsaid. It's a bitter kind of medicine, a heavy kind of truth, to see the way I wasted all the fire of my youth. Is it losing if you're letting go of something that was dead? Is it losing if you're finally hearing everything they said? I'm a survivor of a shipwreck, standing on the shore, realizing that the prize isn't worth the cost no more. I never wanted to lose, I never wanted to fail, I never wanted our forever to grow so thin and pale. I fought for every maybe, and I bled for every we, until there wasn't any left of the person I should be. I'm a gambler at an empty table, staring at the news that it's finally over, and I never wanted to lose. So go ahead and take the win, if that's what you wanna call it. I'm stepping out of the arena, I'm finally gonna stop it. The us is gone, and the me is new. I I'm leafing through a journal with pages white as snow, looking for a feeling that I was never taught to know. I see the couples leaning in beneath the porch lights glow, and I'm mimicking the motions, just a shadow in the show. I've got the dictionary definition memorized by heart, but I'm standing in a gallery of a long forgotten art. It's a hollow kind of hunger, it's a thirst I can't explain, like a garden that is dying for a memory of rain. How can I feel so lonely for a hand I've never held? How can I feel the fracture of a bond that never swelled? I'm reaching into nothing, I'm grasping at the air, grieving for a ghost that was never even there. I'm missing love I never had, the kind that makes you brave, the kind of quiet safety that I didn't get to save. It's a nostalgia for a sunrise I've never actually seen, the hollow space in every place that I have ever been. I'm homesick for a person who doesn't have a name, a victim of a fire that never caught a flame. It's a heavy kind of hollow, a different kind of sad, missing the love I never had. I watch the movies end with the kiss against the door, and I wonder what the gravity is actually for. Is it a physical vibration? Is it a shift inside the chest? Or is it just a story that the world tells to the rest? I built a life of fine, and I built a life of okay, but I'm haunted by the always that never came my way. I'm a masterpiece of empty, I'm a temple with no God, walking on the path that the happy people trod. They say it's better to have loved and lost, but I don't think they know the coldness of the field where the seeds refuse to grow. To have nothing to remember is the hardest part to bear, just the echo of a someone who was never really there. I'm missing love I never had, the kind that makes you brave, the kind of quiet safety that I didn't get to save. It's a nostalgia for a sunrise I've never actually seen, the hollow space in every place that I have ever been. I'm homesick for a person who doesn't have a name, a victim of a fire that never caught a flame. It's a heavy kind of hollow, a different kind of sad, missing the love I never had. So I'll keep the porch light on for a guest who'll never arrive, trying to find the rhythm rhythm to keep the ghost alive. Just a heart that's waiting in a world that's gone mad, missing the love I never I see you standing in the hallway with that look inside your eyes, the one that says you're drowning and you're finished with the lies. I wanna reach across the distance, wanna pull you from the edge, but I'm just a ghost now, standing on the other side of the ledge. I see the way you're carrying, your shoulders bend, and it kills me that I'm the one who brought us to this end. I'm the one who walked away, I'm the one who let it go. But seeing you this hollow is the hardest thing I know. My own skin is cold and my own world is blue, because every breath I'm taking feels like I'm stealing it from you. My heart hurts for you. Even though I'm gone, I'm still feeling every shadow of your lonely, quiet dawn. I take back the sorrow, I trade in the pain to see the sunlight in your spirit once again. It's a heavy kind of longing, a bitter kind of truth, that I'm still breaking for you and for the ghost of our youth. My heart hurts for you. I heard you're not sleeping, that you're staring at the wall, waiting for a phone to ring or for a different leaf to fall. I wanna be the healer, wanna be the one who stays, but I'm just a storm that ruined all your better days. It's a physical ache, it's a shivering in my chest to know that I'm the reason that you can't find any rest. Is it love or is it guilt? Is it just a lingering spark to be this connected to your crying in the dark? I'm supposed to be moving on, I'm supposed to be free, but your sadness is a tether that won't let go of me. My heart hurts for you. Even though I'm gone, for you. I'm so sorry for the way the story went, for the way your beautiful soul has been so badly bent. I'm miles away now, but I'm still feeling blue. 'Cause even without us, my heart hurts for you. The porch light is flickering, casting shadows on the drive. I'm counting every second that I'm barely still alive. I've got my hands on the wheel and the engine's running low, but my heart is a weight that doesn't want to let us go. I'm looking in the mirror at the house we used to own, realizing that I'm leaving more than just a pile of stone. I'm leaving the morning coffee and the way you say my name, and I know that after this I'll never feel the same. My foot is on the pedal, but my mind is in the hall, looking at the picture still hanging on the wall. It's the hardest kind of motion, it's a heavy kind of lead, to walk away from every single word we ever said. I'm walking away from us, from the always and the we, into a dark horizon where there's nothing left for me. I'm tearing up the map of the life we tried to build, leaving all the promises that we never got fulfilled. It's a slow and steady breaking, it's a quiet kind of dust. I'm saving my own spirit by walking away from us. I saw you through the window as I pulled out of the gate. You looked like a person who had finally accepted fate. No more shouting, no more crying, just a stillness in the air that hurts much more than knowing that you didn't even care. I'm driving past the park where we spent our first July, and I'm keeping my eyes steady so I don't begin to cry. Because if I look back now, I might turn this car around and drown inside the silence of the us that can't be found. Is it courage or is it cowardice to leave it all behind, to look for a new version of the peace I couldn't find? I'm a ghost on the highway, I'm a traveler I can still be mine. The silence in the kitchen has a bitter, heavy taste. I'm looking at the empty years we let ourselves go waste. You're reaching for your suitcase, you're looking at the door, trying to find a gentle way to say we're us no more. Don't you try to soothe me, don't you try to play it kind. Don't tell me that the sun will rise and leave the dark behind. I don't want your I'm sorries or your one last friendly hug. Don't try to sweep the wreckage underneath the living room rug. If you're taking all the laughter and the light inside your eyes, if you're taking every always and the beautiful sunrises, then leave me with the jagged parts, the ones that truly sting. Because a numb and hollow, nothing is a terrifying thing. Just leave me with the hurt, let it burn, let it stay. It's the only piece of you that isn't walking away today. It's the anchor in my spirit, it's the salt inside my blood, the only thing that's honest in the middle of the flood. If I can't have you forever, then I'll take the heavy sting. I'd rather feel the breaking than not feel anything. Don't try to fix the damage, don't you dare act like a friend. Just leave me with the hurt until the very end. I saw you flinch a little when I looked you in the face, like you worried that my sorrow might just ruin your new space. But you don't get to take the good and wash away the bad. You don't get to be the savior of the life we almost had. I'm memorizing every cut and every single bruise. It's the only kind of treasure that I've got left here to lose. So go ahead and walk away, go find your brand new light. But leave me with the fire that's screaming in the night. They say that time is healing, that the scars will start to fade. But I'm clinging to the shadow that your leaving has just made. Because if the aching stops, then you're truly finally gone. And I'm not ready for a quiet, empty dawn. Just leave me with the hurt, let it burn, let it stay. It's the only piece of you that isn't walking away today. It's the anchor in my spirit, it's the salt inside my blood, the only thing that's on. Cloudy's turning silver under a heavy bruised up sky. You're throwing bags into the back without a reason why. The static in the distance is the coming of the storm, while I'm standing in the doorway trying to keep the memory warm. You didn't want the sunshine, no, you didn't want the light. You waited for the clouds to come and swallow up the night. The first few drops are hitting like a hammer on the glass. I'm watching every forever start to wither and to pass. You've got your hand upon the wheel, your eyes are fixed ahead, ignoring every single thing we haven't even said. And you're leaving the rain when the world is turning gray, losing the thunder just to drown the words you couldn't say. You're washing out the history, you're rinsing off the stain of a love that's going under as you leave in the rain. Don't look back at the window, don't look back at the door. The sky is finally weeping, 'cause we're not us anymore. The wipers have a rhythm, like a heartbeat going slow, telling me it's time for you to finally get up and go. Every splash upon the pavement is a promise that you broke, disappearing in the mist just like a dying puff of smoke. It's the perfect kind of weather for a cold and clean goodbye, where no one has to see the salt that's falling from my eye. Maybe you wanted the water to cover up your tracks, to make sure there was no road left that could ever lead you back. Now the garden's underwater and the porch lights fading out, and I'm drowning in the center of a deep and lonely doubt. And you're leaving the rain when the world is turning gray. You send the thunder just to drown the words you couldn't say. You're washing out the history, you're rinsing off the stain of a love that's going under as you leave in the rain. Don't look back at the window, don't look back at the door. The sky is finally weeping, 'cause we're not us anymore. I can't see your taillights through the sheet of falling gray. I'm standing in a deluge as you drive it all away. Just a storm, just a shadow, just a lingering pain of the way you left me. You leave in the rain. The streetlights flicker through a silver screen on the loneliest pavement I've ever seen. You were standing there with your collar turned high under a heavy, bruised December sky. I reached for your hand as the clouds gave way, but you were already 1,000 miles away. The mist rolled in and the world went cold, and I lost the grip I was promised to hold. Every drop that falls is a memory of us, turning our gold into layers of rust. I'm calling your name, but the thunder is loud, and you're just a ghost in a watery crowd. I lost you in the rain, in the gray and the blue, watching the storm wash away. Wipers are rhythmic, like a heart out of time, searching for a reason or a rhythm or a rhyme. I saw your taillights bleed into the dark, like the very last glow of a dying spark. The water is rising, it's up to my knees, and I'm begging the heavens for a moment of peace. But the harder it pours, the further you go into the one place where I can't follow. If the sun comes out, will I see where you went? Or am I just paying for the time that we spent, drowning in maybe and shivering why under the weight of a collapsing sky? I lost you in the rain, in the gray and the blue, watching the storm wash away. Just a stain. God, I lost you. I lost you in the rain. Streetlights flicker through a silver haze. I'm back in the rhythm of our rainy days, but the umbrella only covers one, and the warmth of the us is finally gone. I see your face in every passing car, realizing just how far away you are. The clouds are heavy and the wind is cold, like a story that's grown much too old. I'm looking for your shadow in the mist, for the ghost of a love that no longer rushing down the gutter line, just like the way I'm losing what was mine. I remember how we laughed when the storm began. Now I'm just a lonely, half-broken man. My shoes are soaked and my heart is heavy. The flood is breaking through to heal, or is this cold the only thing I feel? The thunder's an echo of the door you shut, and the rain is the salt in every cut. So to the sky is bruising purple over the edge of town. I'm waiting for the heavy clouds to finally break down. I'm standing on the corner where you said your last goodbye. not to ask the heavens why. The neighbors dim their porch lights and they head inside to sleep, while I'm guarding all the promises we didn't get to keep. I hear the first few drops hitting the hood of my car, reminding me of exactly where and who we used to be. I don't need a shelter, I don't need a place to hide. I just need the world to match the way I feel inside. So I cry in the rain, where the water hides the tears, washing out the static and the echoes of the years. No one has to know that I'm burning in the street, where the coldness of the sky and my burning sorrow meet. It's the only place that's honest, it's the only place that's true. I cry in the rain because I'm still not over you. My shirt is soaked and heavy, clinging to my skin, just like the ghost of everywhere that we have ever been. Every splash upon the pavement is a sorry left unsaid. A million little memories that are screaming in my head. If I did this in the sunshine, they would stop and ask me why. But under the storm, I'm just a shadow in the sky. Let the thunder be the anchor, let the lightning be the spark, let the flood erase the hollow where we used to leave a mark. I'd rather be freezing in the middle of the night than to walk back to a house where the light is never right. So I cry in the rain, where the water hides the tears, washing out the static and the echoes of the years. No one has to know that I'm breaking in the street, where the coldness of the sky and my burning sorrow meet. It's the only place that's honest, it's the only place that's true. I cry in the rain because I'm still not over you. The storm is moving on, the clouds are getting thin. I'm shivering and hollow, letting the silence back in. My eyes are finally dry, the ground is soaking wet. I'm still crying in the rain because I haven't finished yet. 'Cause I haven't finished yet. The sky is bruising purple, hanging heavy on the street. I can feel the silver rhythm of the water on my feet. You said your last I'm sorry, with a voice so dry and thin. Now the clouds are opening to let the winter in. I'm standing in the driveway while the world begins to blur, losing every memory of the person that you were. Don't offer me an umbrella, don't try to keep me dry. I need the storm to match the way I'm breaking down inside. The thunder is the only thing that's loud enough to speak for the words I cannot find, and for the spirit that is weak. Let it fall, let it pour, let it start the rain on my sad heart. Wash the salt from my skin, wash the sand from the air, until there's nothing left of us still living anywhere. It's a cold gray flood and it's tearing me apart. Just the rain on my sad heart. The streetlights start to flicker like a candle in the wind. I'm looking for the place where my loneliness can end. My shirt is sticking to me like the ghost of your embrace. Every drop is like a tear that's running down my face. The garden that we planted is drowning in the mud, and the ice is moving slowly through the channels of my blood. Drown the always, drown the never, drown the maybe so. I'm standing in the deluge and I'm letting go. I'd rather be freezing in the middle of the night than to stay inside the hollow of a love that isn't right. Let it fall, let it pour, let it start the rain of my sad heart. Wash the salt from my skin, wash the sand from the air, until there's nothing left of us still sweeping up the kitchen, but it's not just broken glass. I'm looking at the fragments of the years we let pass. I found a piece of Sunday underneath a heavy chair, and a jagged bit of always in the cold and empty air. I try to fit them back to make the edges align, but the shape of who I was is no longer mine. I'm a puzzle with 1,000 parts scattered in the dark, searching for the one that holds the original spark. I used to be a mountain, I used to be a wall. I never thought a single touch could make the tower fall. But now the wind is blowing through the gaps inside my chest, and I'm just a collection of what's left of the rest. These are the broken pieces of me, sharp and spread thin. I don't know where the healing is supposed to begin. One's a little bitter and one's a little blue, and every single one of them is screaming out for you. I'm a shattered reflection, a ghost in the debris, just trying to gather up the broken pieces of me. I see a piece of laughter in the corner of the hall, but it's cracked across the middle and it's leaning on the wall. And there's the part that trusted, it's a million grains of sand slipping through the fingers of my tired, shaking hand. You didn't just walk out, no, you made sure to destroy the structure of the rhythm and the architecture of joy. Now I'm stepping over memories like they're shards of rusted steel, wondering if whole is something I will ever feel. They say that you can glue it, they say that it'll hold, but the cracks are always visible, the story's always told. I'm a mosaic of the damage, I'm a portrait of the fall, trying to remember how it felt to stand so tall. These are the broken pieces of me, sharp and spread thin. I don't know where the healing is supposed to begin. One's a little bitter and one's a little blue, and every single one of them is screaming out for you. I'm a shattered reflection, a ghost in the debris, just trying to gather up the broken pieces of me. Be careful where you walk, the edges are still new. I'm still bleeding out the version that I gave away to you. Just a pile of fragments underneath the tree. nothing but the broken pieces of me. The mirror is a stranger I don't wanna meet. I'm dragging my heart like a ghost through the street. I try to remember the way my lips used to curve, but I've lost the rhythm and I've lost the nerve. The light in the hallway is flickering out, and I'm drowning in silence and drowning in doubt. I look for a reason to find a little light, but the sun hasn't risen in my soul for a fortnight. There's no okay, there's no it's fine, there's no more water to turn into wine. The reservoir's empty, the well has run dry, and I'm standing here under a hollowed out sky. There's no smile, only to cry, only to watch every forever just die. The joy is a memory I can't quite recall. I'm just a witness to the weight of the fall. Don't ask me to laugh, don't ask me to try, when there's no smile left, only to cry. I saw a child laughing at a bird in the park, and it felt like a needle in the middle of the dark. How does the world keep on spinning so bright when I'm stuck in the static of a permanent night? The habit of happiness is a language I've lost. I'm counting the damage and I'm paying the cost for a love that went cold and a heart that went numb, waiting for a morning that never will come. Is it a sickness or is it a choice to have a hollowed out chest and a broken down voice? I'm a vessel of salt, I'm a mountain of rain, and the only thing honest is the depth of the pain. There's no smile, only to cry, only to watch every forever just die. The joy is a memory I can't quite recall. I'm just a witness to the weight of the fall. Don't ask me to laugh, don't ask me to try, when there's no smile left. My face is a mask of the things I have lost. The Winter is here, and it's covered in frost. Don't wait for the sun in my heavy gray eye. There's no check the cupboard where we kept the wine. I traced the forever on our old wooden sign. I searched through the pockets of your winter coat and reread every single I love you note. But the words have gone dry like a river in drought, and the light in your eyes has finally gone out. I'm standing in a garden that's covered in frost, counting the pieces of everything lost. I used to be rich with the warmth of your skin. Now I'm just paper, paper, white and thin. The vault is wide open, the chambers are bare, and I'm gasping for something that's no longer there. There's no love left for me, not a spark, not a grave, just the hollowed out echo of a long distance train. You took all the color and you took all the heat, and you left me with nothing but a heart with no beat. The bank is gone bust and the sky is gray blue. There's no love left for me, especially from you. I see how you look at the clock on the wall, like you're waiting for some other person to call. You're physically here, but you're miles away, in a future where I'm just a ghost from today. I reached for your hand and you moved it aside, like a secret you're trying so hard to hide. It's the quietest hunger, the coldest of fates, when the person who loved you just finally vacates. They say that the heart is a fountain of life, but mine is a desert cut open by a knife. I'm a vessel of glass that's been emptied of wine, waiting for a feeling that's no longer mine. There's no love left for me, not a spark, not a grave, just the hollowed out echo of a long distance train. You took all the color and you took all the heat, and you left me with nothing but a heart with no beat. The bank is gone bust and the sky is gray blue. There's no love left for me, especially from you. So turn out the light. The cupboard is bare. I'm breathing in the cold, empty Hallway light is flickering, but I'm too tired to fix the glow. I'm sitting where you told me that you had to let us go. I used to be a fortress, I used to be so tall, but you found the only brick that made the whole thing fall. You didn't leave a note, no, you didn't leave a trace, just a jagged, empty hollow in this God-forsaken place. I'm looking at my hands and they're shaking like a leaf. I'm a masterpiece of ruin, I'm a monument to grief. I thought we were a forever, I thought we were a home, but you left me standing here like a pillar made of bone. The air has turned to winter and the sun has gone to black, and there isn't any compass that can lead a person back. You left me broken, like glass upon the floor, like a house without a roof or a lock without a door. I'm 1,000 different pieces that don't fit together right, trying to find a reason just to make it through the night. You took the part that mattered, you took the part that's true, and you left me broken because of you. I try to pick the fragments up, but they only cut my skin. I don't know where the healing is supposed to even begin. You walked away so steady, you walked away so clean, while I'm the wreckage left behind in every single scene. I'm a song that's lost its melody, a clock that's lost its chime, just a victim of a someday that ran out of all its time. You knew exactly what you did, you knew the weight of what you said. Now I'm sleeping in the silence of a cold and empty bed. They say that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger in the end, but I don't feel like a fighter, I don't even feel like a friend. I'm just a shattered window, I'm a mirror in the dark, searching for the ghost of a long extinguished spark. You left me broken, like glass upon the floor, like a house without a roof or a lock without a door. I'm 1,000 different pieces that don't fit together right, trying to find a reason just to make it through the night. You took the part that mattered, you took the part that's true, and you left me broken because of you. So go ahead and walk, don't you worry about the mess. I'll just stay here in the quiet, in a state of to scrub the memories from the corners of the room, to shake the heavy scent of you, the cedar and perfume. They told me that the ache would dull, the edges would go round, that time would be the shovel to bury what I found. But I'm standing in the kitchen, and it's been 1,000 days, and I'm still navigating through the center of the maze. I realized in the quiet, as the sun began to set, that I've grown a strange affection for the weight of my regret. Because if the stinging stops, then the story's truly done, and I'm not ready for the day when you're the only one who doesn't feel the shivering, who doesn't feel the ghost. I'm clinging to the part of you that hurts the absolute most. I never wanna lose this hurt, I never wanna heal, because the pain is all that's left of everything we feel. It's the anchor in the water, it's the blood inside the vein, the only piece of us that isn't washed out by the rain. If the scar begins to fade, then I'm truly on my own. I'd rather have a heart of glass than a heart made out of stone. Let it burn, let it break, let it stay until the end. I'll never lose this hurt, it's my only remaining friend. I saw you at a distance, looking steady, looking new, like you'd found a way to filter the yellow and the blue. And it terrified me, darling, just how easy you could breathe while I'm still tangled in the web.